Hey guys, Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com, bringing you a first look plus on-feet video of the brand new Nike Hypervenom Phelon 2 in the Silver Storm colorway. Now inside the box, all you get are the shoes themselves. They do not come with any extras. So let me get these guys out of the box really quickly, and we'll take a closer look at the lowest takedown model, not including the fade, in the new Hypervenom line, the Phelon 2. These guys have a retail price of $75 US, so the price has not changed coming from the original Phelon model. Neither have most of the elements. So we're going to be going over all of the tech specs in today's video. I'm going to be talking about the quality and ultimately whether or not this is worth the $75 price tag. Now, if you guys are interested in a pair of these for yourself, check out the very first link down below in the description of this video. On that page, you will find Buy It Now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes where you will be able to pick these up below their normal retail price. So again, if you're interested in a pair, first link down below in the description, go ahead and check it out. And with that being said, let's get right into the review. So what are you getting for your $75 with the new Hypervenom Phelon 2? In comparison to the original Phelon, it has the exact same trophy synthetic material with the embossing on the upper as well. That gives it a similar look to the higher end models, but doesn't actually feature any of the same materials or technologies. Now the trophy synthetic is soft enough, it's decent quality for a synthetic shoe at this particular price point, but there's nothing about this shoe that would suggest a premium quality type of feel. It does feel like more of a budget-oriented model, and I think it honestly looks a little bit more like a budget-oriented model, especially in comparison to all of the models in the new Hypervenom line above the Phelon 2. They're all a lot better when it comes to quality. So if you're asking whether or not just the first upgraded shoe, the Fatal 2, would be a better option, I would automatically say yes, that is a significantly better shoe than what you're getting here with the Phelon 2. So it does have kind of the same texturing as the rest of the shoes where it's slightly gritty, but for the most part it's fairly smooth. Again, you have all of these little lines embossed across the upper, and you even have the same kind of cable suggesting type of embossing in the actual upper where the flywire would normally be. There is no flywire in the Phelon 2. All of these little kind of embossed areas on the upper are there simply for show, and like I said, add nothing to the overall performance of this shoe. Off-centered lacing system still, as you guys can see, and it does have a standard low cut like you're going to find from the standard Fatal 2, and of course the finish. It's not a mid-cut shoe. There's no mid-cut variation available like what you're going to find from the top-end Phantom 2 and Takedown Fatal 2 DF. You have an internal plastic heel counter here, the same cut as the lower cut versions in the Hypervenom line. Smooth synthetic liner with a decent amount of padding, so no major issues there. The insole is fully removable, which is a nice feature. Mesh liner on top, and it's made from a single layer of this very, very firm gray foam that I actually quite like the feel of. It's actually a pretty nice insole considering that this is a relatively inexpensive, more budget-oriented shoe. And then moving on to the sole plate and stud pattern, it does feature the same stud pattern as the rest of the Hypervenom line, but it's not made from the same glass nylon material. Instead, it's made from a more standard TPU plastic, which isn't necessarily bad. I would argue that it's just as stiff, but certainly doesn't look quite as good, and in the long run won't feel quite as good either. So it definitely does get the job done for the $75 that they're asking for this shoe. Obviously, you're going to get good traction being that it is the exact same stud pattern, but again, for $75, painful retail is not something that I would personally recommend with the Phelon 2. If you have that much to spend on a pair of soccer shoes, I would really explore all of your options, see what perhaps older colorways you can find on sale. But if you absolutely must have something from the brand new Hypervenom line, perhaps you just really like the look of this shoe and you're on a sub $80 budget, then the Phelon 2, if you like how they feel, certainly isn't a terrible option. As far as weight is concerned, I thought we'd compare the weight of the Phelon 2 to the one model above it, the Fatal 2, just to see if there's any significant difference. Now I'm going to weigh both of these shoes for you today in real time using this scale. Keep in mind they're both in brand new condition and both the exact same size 9 US. We'll start off with the Fatal 2, throw it on the scale, and you can see that they weigh in at 6.75 ounces, the equivalent of 191 grams, which is impressively lightweight, especially considering that this is technically a takedown model. So we'll change this, the units on the scale back to ounces, pull these off, and we'll throw on the Hypervenom Phelon 2, and you can see that they weigh in a 9 US at 8.5 ounces. So let's say 1 3/4 ounces more than the Fatal 2. That is the equivalent of 240 grams. So at 8.5 ounces, the Phelon 2 is by no means heavy, but when compared to any of the models above it in the new Hypervenom lineup, they do feel quite a bit more weighted when on your feet, and the overall feel, because of the differences in materials and technologies used, like I said, is quite different. So if you don't have a lot of money to spend and you want something from the new Hypervenom line, the Phelon 2 seems like a decent option. But if you're looking for the best value in the new Hypervenom line is definitely the Fatal 2 in terms of what you're getting for your money. Alright, so here is a look at the Hypervenom Phelon 2s on feet. On my left foot I have the stock gray laces that come with the shoes, and on my right foot I have a pair of orange dot SR4U replacement laces. If you're interested in a pair of replacement laces for yourself, check out the website www.sr4ulaces.com. There'll be a direct link to that down below in the description of this video. Now in terms of how these things fit and feel on feet, they're nothing more than just okay. They certainly don't have the same thin kind of locked in sensation that you're going to find with all of the higher end models in this particular Hypervenom lineup. The material that they've used here, the synthetic material, feels chunky. It's definitely not as flexible as you would perhaps expect it to be, and it feels somewhat kind of cumbersome on your feet, I guess is the best way to put it, in comparison to the other models in the lineup that are, of course, more expensive. In comparison to other shoes in this particular price range, they are comparable. There's nothing bad about them, there's just nothing premium about them, and that's kind of to be expected from any shoe in this particular price range. It is more oriented around being affordable as opposed to particularly high quality. As far as the fit of the shoe is concerned, it does have a similar shape to the other Hypervenoms in the line, but because of the different synthetic material and the lack of fly wire, like I said, the fit is not really the same. With that being said, they still are going to be suitable for most foot types as long as you don't have really wide feet. They're not particularly wide from right out of the box, and it doesn't seem like they're going to stretch all that much either. So the way they fit from right out of the box is more or less the way they're going to fit for their entire lifespan. The only thing that I would expect from this particular material is that it will get a little bit softer after some break-in time. As far as sizing is concerned, I'm wearing my usual size 9 US here, and the fit and the length is absolutely perfect. So just like the rest of the Hypervenom lineup, if you are looking to order a pair of these for yourself, I would strongly recommend going true to size in order to achieve the best possible fit. Alright guys, that's it for my review of the new Nike Hypervenom Phelon 2. Again, if you guys are interested in a pair of these for yourself, check out the review page on my website. It'll be the very first link down below in the description of this video. On that page you will find buy it now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes where you will be able to pick these guys up below their normal retail price. So again, if you're interested in a pair, first link down below in the description, go ahead and check it out. If you have any questions regarding the Phelon 2, leave them down below in the comment section. I definitely will get an answer out to you. If you enjoyed today's video, found it helpful and informative, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all my social media information down below in the description as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, thanks for watching.